Shady's back. Shady Commissioner, that is, and I'm here with all the highs and lows of Week 13. And with Week 13, we know what that means. It's the last week of our regular season here at the XFFL. And it came and gone like that. It seems like we wait all year anticipating this stuff, and then before you know it, we're in the playoffs. So before we get into the highs and lows of the week, I just want to kind of throw out a couple of shouts and a couple of points. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the Chiefs for another win. They beat one of our longtime division rivals, the Raiders. They beat them pretty good. It was 40-33. I mean, it was a marginal victory, but still a lot of points on the board. That Chiefs team, they're a touchdown machine. I just hope that they can keep it up. Currently 10-2, first place in the AFC East or West, so I'm hoping that they can hang on to that. But we got a couple of teams back that are still kind of sneaky, so you just got to keep on chugging along. All right, we also have another bit of good news in this area is the Titans got themselves a win. They beat the Jets, marginal victory as well. It's 26-22 over the Jets, and it's kind of a mediocre season for the Titans. They're kind of in the middle of the pack right now, but still, win's a win for Tennessee, so we're liking that. Now, another significant point of this week is that Dan and the Marauders lost again. So that brings their record to a 4-9 mark for the regular season, which it's kind of tough, man, because Dan is used to a certain level of achievement, and he's just not reached it this year. I mean, that record ties him with another team to be next to last in our league. So he's right there. I mean, with two other teams just dwelling on the bottom. Now, since he's not used to these accommodations down here in the cellar with some of the other folks. So what we might want to do is we might want to chip in a little extra money so that way we can get some psychological counseling for old Mr. Chase, so that way he can kind of pull it together for next year. All right, so we'll talk more about that offline. All right, so highs and lows of the week. This week we've got somebody that added their name to the high score column that hasn't been there all year, and that would be Mr. Jason Wolf and the Wolfpack. They got themselves a nice win over Coach Lindsay and the Legions of Gloom this year with a score of 160-98. He kind of snatched that 7th high score week away from Tony Yan and the Kickers of Butte. They put up a pretty good fight, though, with that 149 score. But the Wolfpack was just too tough this week, so congratulations to Coach Wolf for that. Now, on the other side of it, we got the dead-ass last, right? The last one for the season. And you're never going to guess who it is. Yeah, you probably will. It's Carter. Coach Carter Pittman is bringing up the rear once again. So count them. 5 times this year he has been dragging up the rear of the league. So that boy better get his priorities straight. So Coach Daddy Carl, you need to maybe talk to that boy, get him to drop out of school or something, so that way he can focus all his attention on fantasy football. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to do something for that boy, because he's just keeping getting embarrassed year after year. I'm hoping he'll turn it around next year. All right, so with that, that brings us to very significant news for some of you, and that's playoffs. Yes, we have playoffs time right here upon us. I mean, it's here, and we've got the brackets all set. I've already went to the league page, got that all set. So if you want to go check out your matchups and see what's going on, that would be fine. You've got basically, like I said last week, Tony and Bo got the bye weeks this week in the championship bracket, which pits Coach Copeland against Coach Miller in the AFC. And then you also got the Pylon Pythons going up against RuPaul's Titans this week. So Coach Lane got himself a narrow victory to get himself into the playoffs this year. It was a tie between him and the Dirty Birds, but since he beat him in the head-to-head, congratulations to Coach Lane and the Pythons, even though their logo doesn't reflect that. All right, so that's set for the playoff brackets. The winners of those games will play next week against Tony and Bo in the championship bracket. But we also got the toilet bowl bracket, okay? So you've got me going up against Wookiees of the Year, and then you've also got Coach Lindsay going up against Dan in the other bracket for the first round of the toilet bowl bracket playoffs. So that's pretty much it this week. There's a lot going on with the playoffs, but there's a couple of administrative notes I want to talk to you guys about. Hey, that draft cash is out there for next year. Guys, get out there and take advantage of that. The Commish himself, I'm maxed out, man. I'm at 310 for my draft budget yet next year, so look out. I'm coming. I'm coming back. But where are you at on that pecking order as far as the draft dollars are concerned? So, a lot of you have been to the gatherings, but get out there, man, and make a post, do some polls, something, talk a little trash about the playoffs, especially if you ain't in it, and, post some funny video. Something, it doesn't even have to be something like this. You can go out and find something funny, put it on there. As long as it's in a good humor and good nature, to have a little friendly smack talk in the league. That's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to get at here. So that's all I got for this week. So this is the Commish, and I'll be seeing you around the league.